Find your seats, please. Thank you.
First time they played was in 1998 at the Australian Open. Here we are, 2018 US Open. Serena, who won the toss, she elected to serve.
So here we go. Serena Venus,
ready.
Episode 30.
Quiet, please. Thank you. Thank you. Ready for play. Play.
Now, because the day session ran very long and the turnaround on the building, the night session is a separate ticket. It will be a bit as the building fills in, but you can count that every seat in this place is going to be occupied in just a little while.
Venus won their last meeting in Indian Wells, as we mentioned earlier this year, but it is an entirely different thing playing in a Grand Slam. A whole lot more at stake, and they are playing very early in the going.
And as you said, the level of Serena's play has come up since back in the spring.
Look at these two players, their head-to-head record. Serena leads the head-to-head 17-12. But over the last 10 years, it's Serena who has won their last 5 meetings at slams.
Let for service.
Oh, beautiful backhand cross court.
And in this early stage, Serena looks even more focused. Clearly making sure she takes care of her serve. And lots of first serves in this opening game.
Body serve and a quick service hold for Serena, who will walk around the far side of the net from Sister Venus, as Serena often does in every match for the opening game changeover. IBM Slam Tracker offers up some keys to the match. Curious what you think of these. For Serena, they say win more than 32% of her first serve return points of Venus's first serve. Win more than 67% of the points on Serena's first serve, and win more than 15% of first serve points with an ace.
Venus.
That's interesting.
For Venus, win more than 68% of points on her first serve.
Love 15.
Did not get that serve point. Win more than 33% of first serve return points, and hit her returns between 56 and 60 miles an hour on the opponent's first serve, on Serena's first serve. Interesting. We'll follow those numbers.
I think we can probably break it down a little more simply and say Venus has to serve well. She needs a high percentage of first serves in, but she's got to be effective with that first serve. And that's where the percentage comes in, winning almost 70% points on first serve.
Oh. 15-13.
Serena playing so clean in these early stages. That's her 4th winner. Complete change-up.
And so now a little pressure on Venus's service game here.
15-14.
That's part of that stat we were just talking about. That was a first serve, but Venus backed off of it a little bit, didn't get as good a direction on it, and Serena, a couple of break point opportunities early.
Did Serena turn over that ankle there? Or
13-14.
Definitely took a funny step. Off-white for Nike.
Okay, Serena?
let's see, watch the. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah.
Just a little. She has, looks like she has it taped or has a brace on it, but it's not a good feeling. Serena's husband, Alexis Ohanian, her agent, Jill Smoller, there on the right.
So Venus able to fight back the deuce.
Unfortunately, she does have a brace on. Might have minimized any damage. That's the serve that Venus needs to get going as often as possible. She has to mix it up. That will open up the wide serve. Gotta try to get Serena off balance.
So Venus fights from behind to get a service hold, and we are at one game apiece in this opening set. I know in your career you had moments like that where you turned an ankle or stepped funny, but sometimes you just have to take a minute to let it stop hurting and get your confidence back in it.
Absolutely. I mean, at first it's a bit of a shock, and then you might have a little bit of pain, but as long as it doesn't linger, you're still able to move, put weight, especially if you've already had it taped at the start of the match. That helps as well. And there's the returning from Venus that you were talking about with those IBM stats. She's got to get on it whenever she can, cutting that ball there off at an angle.
Serena, through the first 2 rounds of play in the tournament, has recorded the fastest serve of the U.S. Open women's play so far, 121 miles an hour. She also has 19 aces, which is second in the tournament. Julia Gerges had 22.
13-15.
Exit. Speaking of ace, throw one in there for the first of the night.
Very controlled, disciplined shot making from Serena. Giving herself big targets, lots of margin, but still hitting out on her shots.
40-30.
Venus with 3 winners thus far, no unforced errors. Both sisters playing very cleanly right now.
Game, Serena Williams.
So service hold for Serena. And we reach the first
Serena
cross
Williams
changeover
leads
on
2-1
serve.
for set.
2-1, Serena over Venus here at the US Open. So Serena asking to see the trainer as she got to her chair. By rule, you're allowed an unlimited amount of time for evaluation, and then if you need to take the medical timeout, the clock on the medical timeout begins to tick for the 3 minutes. So you can see a little extra strapping, a little extra taping to be put on after that ankle turn when Serena was leading 40-15
Ladies and gentlemen,
in the
Serena
second
Williams
game of the match.
is now receiving a medical timeout.
I guess the first thought in my mind, Shanda, is I hope it doesn't hamper her, and I hope we get to see the match we're all anticipating to see for her sake.
Exactly, and it didn't look like she did a lot, but just that little grab and slight turnover, and that can swell immediately, can cause pain, it can cause her to struggle to put her full weight on that right leg. So you just hope it's not that bad. She already had the ankle tape, but it was more of a flexible tape that she probably puts on all the time just as a precaution. But now putting on a little heavier tape job to hold it, to lock it in a little bit more. I just wonder sort of how that will affect her movement, if it affects it at all.
Yep. Camp looking on and have no more answers than any of the rest of us do, just what they see there. A lot of crew and the rest of Serena's team just watching, and
they're not allowed to talk to their player, so they're pretty much seeing what we're seeing. And you can definitely see the concern.
So the medical timeout for Serena Williams to get that right ankle examined and retaped, concluded. Venus out on court already, waiting her sister's return.
Kind of have to imagine that it's difficult moments for Venus as well. Kind of not being
like,
certain what's wrong, if there's an issue. But she's still trying to stay focused.
You want to be concerned, it's your sister, but she's your opponent tonight.
Exactly.
One of those complicated moments when these two play. Venus serving here at 1-2.
Love 15.
That ball kind of either had a spin that Serena wasn't expecting and it jumped in on her, or she went over to look and see what that was.
That was an excellent kick serve from Venus. Really getting up out of Serena's strike zone, jamming her.
78-mile-an-hour serve. Change-up in baseball terms.
It's Venus taking the ball early, taking ground away from Serena, moving tight onto that baseline. And that's the area where Venus can maybe create some space, her ability to attack.
Missed it.
30-all.
Venus has to look to try to come in, try to take balls out of the air. She's the better volleyer. That's an area she has the advantage. Not going to be easy to do, though, as this match goes on.
Able to get forward and stop without running into the net, so that's a good sign for that ankle.
Well, and the fact that she's putting that kind of weight to swing out, lean into that backhand, that's also a good sign.
So a break chance here for Serena.
Game, Serena Williams.
And there is the first service break of the match. So it goes to Serena Williams. Goes up 3 games to 1 in this opening set. Reminder that you can download the US Open app for all the latest scores, stats, match highlights, player news, celebrity sightings, and more. It's available in the App Store and the Google Play Store. Beautiful night here in New York City. The roof closed for the afternoon matches, or during the afternoon match for Rafa Nadal. Open just before the start of this one. Temperature in the low 70s. And Serena serving here to try and consolidate a service break and stretch out an advantage on Venus. Just think about what these two have accomplished. Just the numbers. Venus has 266 wins in Grand Slam play against 71 losses, second only to Serena among active players, who has 327 wins against 44 losses. in a career that spans more than 20 years.
I mean, that is just ridiculous numbers. 44 losses, 20-year almost career.
Let second service.
What a shot.
Great shot.
Venus getting under that ball.
30-15.
Using a little extra flick of the wrist to get the spin. Bring this ball back in ever so slightly.
Just
think about those numbers for Serena, and that's an average of what, 3 losses a year?
If
Less than that,
yeah,
actually.
less than that, 2.
I mean, that's ridiculous.
Yeah. 2.0 something, just about.
I mean, at slams.
Yeah.
Game, Serena Williams.
So a quick service hold for Serena Williams consolidates the service break, and Serena up 4 games to 1 on Venus.
For set.
Right? If you do the math, 44 losses over 20 years.
2.2.
Yeah, you know, I mean, wow, that's staggering.
But that's why she's been so dominant. She's taken a couple of years off here and there, but it has been sustained excellence from Serena Williams, and Venus not that far behind her.
Yeah.
Consider some of the struggles Venus has had physically. It's about a 4-year period where she struggled with Sjogren's syndrome and kept trying to figure that out, how she could still play her best, train, still have the energy to keep going, and she seems to have found the formula, and it's great to see her still out here competing at the level she's playing at.
Time.
The place is jammed, and people still filing into Arthur Ashe Stadium to see tonight's marquee matchup of the Williams sisters, Serena and Venus, meeting for the 30th time. Serena with a service break and a consolidation. Venus serving here at 1-4.
Love 15.
He's talking about the sustained excellence of both Serena and Venus over the years. Of those 29 prior meetings that they've had, 12 have been in the final of a tournament, and 9 of those 12 in a slam final.
Love 30.
If you remember early on, their father, Richard Williams, predicted they would be 1 and 2 in the world. This was way before they started winning tournaments, and it came true. And they have been so dominant when they were at their best together. It was Venus who won their first 3 meetings. Big sister, you could kind of understand that. Things started slowly to change when Serena won the US Open back in 1999. She was the first sister to win a Grand Slam. That kind of shook Venus for a while, till Venus was able to win Wimbledon in 2000.
And win it. And win it, and win it, and win it.
Oh, what a shot from Venus.
40-30.
And another great fight back from being behind in a service game.
And that's part of what it's going to take. That's the advantage Venus has had, having to fight getting through her first 2 rounds.
Yes.
Did everything right, Venus, except execute that last shot, just not following through, committing completely to it. And also being aware of the speed of Serena.
Advantage, Venus Williams.
When you think about the head-to-head, things really started to change in Serena's favor in 2008, 10 years ago. She won the US Open that year, and since then has won every other meeting at a major.
Yes.
Of course, Venus, a 2-time champion here. Serena, a 6-time champion.
Advantage, Venus Williams.
And again, the kick serve from Venus, keeping Serena off balance and not allowing Serena to step in at will.
Yes.
And Venus, again, not able to take advantage of the opening she creates and letting Serena back into this service game.
Well, Serena looks more confident right now moving the ball, not showing Venus the same shot twice.
Advantage, Venus Williams.
Points are starting to get longer and more competitive.
Yes.
3rd time.
Well, and Serena's just being even more aggressive in this match. We saw it a bit in her last round against Vitoft, but here she is jumping on anything short.
Advantage, Serena Williams.
There's a 79-mile-an-hour serve that Serena hit back at least that hard, felt like.
Yes.
And you certainly see Venus constantly trying to think and make adjustments with her serve. She's serving a good percentage of first serves almost 70%, struggling to win a high enough percentage of points on her first serve.
Advantage Serena
Kicked
Williams.
a few times, and it's been very successful, but that serve just not moving Serena enough.
So another break opportunity for Serena. This already the 5th of the set. She converted one. 3 others have been saved by Venus. Oh!
Game, Serena Williams.
The break and a 5-1 lead in this opening set for Serena.
Serena Williams
Serena again
leads
staying
5
so
games to 1.
focused, got a
First set.
little bit of luck there. This was a difficult shot for Venus. It tailed back into the court, and Serena kept her eye on the ball.
So 2 consecutive breaks of Venus's serve have Serena in position here to try and close out this first set.
15 love.
And that's the difference between the 2 players on serve. Serena getting better direction, sharper angle.
Ace number 4. Check that 3.
30 love.
Again, that's been the biggest difference. Serena immediately looking to attack very quickly. A few set points.
She's hitting corners like that. It's impressive. And an ace to close out the first set in just 31 minutes. 6 games to 1. Serena has taken the opener. Well, 4 aces. The similar numbers on first serves in play, but look at the first serves 1 number for Venus.
That's a big difference, and that's been a big part of the problem for Venus. Serena jumping on every serve, first and second, that's short in the box. Venus has actually been more successful with the kick serve as a second serve, and Serena so clean, 10 unforced errors to 15 winners. That is an excellent differential because it doesn't take into account the forced errors. The points that she's winning just because she out-hits Venus. And it's been an impressive display from Serena. She has started this match extremely focused, clear about her game plan, and it shows.
The one concern back in the second game at 15:40 when Serena turned an ankle and called for the trainer at the changeover, had a medical timeout, came out and went right away to get a service break on Venus.
Time. Second set, Venus Williams to serve.
So Venus Williams looking to see if she could create some early momentum in this second set after dropping the first 6-1.
Love 15.
When you're sitting in that chair during a changeover after you've just lost a set in pretty convincing fashion, you're running through a checklist in your mind. If you're calmly thinking, okay, she's doing this when I do that, so are you going through a little checklist like that?
In the normal course of things, but
Yep.
these matches aren't normal.
Yeah.
It's your sister on the other side.
Love 30.
Not only that, she is arguably the greatest of all time, and you've got to deal with all of that. I mean, we can't imagine what that feels like. David Witt, Venus's coach, looking on. He's got to be wondering what Venus can do out there.
Now that second serve that Serena's been able to jump on pretty well a couple times.
That's nicely done.
15-30.
You could certainly say that checklist that Venus may have gone through would have included how she can do a better job on serve, serving a high percentage of first serves, but how can she be more effective, moving the serve better, hitting her targets.
Let for service.
And then maybe how she can dictate enough to get in, to bring the net play into this match.
So now break points here for Serena to open this second set.
That serve just, again, not doing enough. Didn't get up as much as it needed to.
13-14.
That's a better kick, using the kick as a first serve. It's a good play. Venus also has to find a way to get more angle, more bite on her wide serve, particularly on the deuce side. That's going to open up her serve down the tee.
Game, Serena Williams.
So the service break on the ball into the net, and we open the
First
second
game,
set
second set.
with Serena going up 1-0. Talked about all of the time that we've enjoyed their presence and their play here at this U.S. Open. Think back over the time, from the young girls, the beads in the hair, the big smiles, to businesswomen, philanthropists, entrepreneurs with varied interests, well-known spokespeople around the world.
And they have,
What a journey.
they've grown a lot, they've changed a lot. And it's all been for the good, certainly the good of the sport.
15 love.
I remember years ago, it was Venus and Serena. They were much younger then. This was back in '99. They helped me with my charity. They came for a fundraiser. I remember them having them in the hotel room, getting their nails done, giggling together. Look at them now. I mean, they are women grown. So influential. And Venus just trying to find a way to battle, to compete, get some kind of foothold.
Play the next point. Venus is no stranger to having to fight back from a set down in some of these U.S. Open matches. Remember a year ago, got behind a couple of occasions, fought back to make it all the way to the semifinals before losing out to the eventual champion Sloane Stephens.
And Venus is not going to just give up or give in, and she's gotten smarter at this stage in her career, trying to figure things out, And Serena definitely aware of that. Serena not looking to let up here at all either. Those are the returns that Venus has to make. Everything depends on her making those type of shots that are on her racket. Nicely done.
Venus.
Serena making the move, not as comfortable moving forward as Venus is. Didn't do enough with that approach, but Venus staying calm with her body, her head, and no trouble with that pass.
Advantage, Venus Williams.
Venus getting more depth on that shot, getting a little higher trajectory. This crowd, they want to see a match. Giving her some real encouragement.
First break point opportunity for Venus.
Yes.
That was an excellent move by Serena, putting that additional pressure on Venus. Venus actually didn't have to make that passing shot as good as she tried to make it, but it was Serena forcing play.
Advantage, Serena Williams. Fault. Yes.
And when Venus gets that kind of depth, it's difficult for Serena to maintain her positioning. They're pushing Serena well behind the baseline. Oh, what a serve.
Advantage.
1-2
Serena
combination.
Williams.
Despite the fan yelling as she tossed the ball up.
Serena is laser focused into this match, has not let up.
Game, Serena Williams.
So break opportunity not
Serena
converted by
Williams
Venus.
leads 2 games to
Serena
love.
consolidates
Second
for a
set.
2 games to none lead in this second set.
This is where Venus has to do a very quick reset. She had an opportunity there in that last return game. Difficult when you don't capitalize to maintain that positivity.
15 love.
And you also look at the number of times that Venus has come in this match, 4 times. 1 or 2 of those have been forced. Not allowing that area to come into play enough at this point. It's nicely done. Good adjustment by Serena. One of the first times that Venus did come in the first set, Serena hit that beautiful lob. And sometimes when you lose a point early in the match, doing something, you don't look to do it again as often. Perhaps that's where Venus is. And although Serena lost that point, the fact that she is making these moves shows us that she's a bit more relaxed, willing to do what it takes to dictate. It's too good from Venus there.
Let second service.
I just keep thinking back to that last match, her last round, Serena, the way she was taking returns early, jumping on balls. She was already thinking of this potential matchup, doing the preparation.
Another break opportunity here for Serena to try and get a commanding 3-game lead in this second set.
That's the biggest serve of the night from Venus there into that right hip of Serena.
17. Best serve of the tournament is 120 miles an hour.
Advantage, Serena Williams.
You can imagine Serena wasn't looking past her last opponent, but subconsciously you know when you have to do certain things. If you win, you're starting already thinking about doing them. That's the play. Venus has to look to do that more often, win or lose. That would be Venus playing from more of a position of strength.
Think about it. Venus has had her serve broken already twice in the first set and once here in the second set, and yet she still saved 6 break points along the way.
She's still in this match. It's 1 break of serve. It's crucial for Venus though to figure out how she can start winning her serve more consistently.
Advantage, Venus Williams.
And that last point where Venus hit that ball, she was on top of the baseline and immediately looking to move forward. That might have gotten her the miss on that point. Serena aware of it.
Again, Venus Williams.
Break point saved. Service held. 2-1. Serena, after winning the first set, 6-1.
Serena Williams leads 2-1. Second set, 1 set to love.
Watch Serena here after she hits this. Almost like a little dance move. The other foot swirling back around the other and the spin to be facing the right way.
It's a twirl, and she's got the right outfit for it.
Yeah. But Venus able to see where her sister was leaning. And
Venus was just more aggressive in that last game, and it's maybe more of a risk, but it's a risk she has to take at the right moments.
yeah, what she got to lose at this point? She's down a set. She's got to win this set.
And it's just the right way to play, to bring your full game to bear.
Time.
Up a set and a break. Serena Williams serving here. 2-1 in the second.
Ready for play, please be seated. Thank you. Thank you.
Fifth ace of the match for Serena. So that's 24 for the tournament already. One of the things that Venus has been able to slow Serena's momentum down a little bit, even if not necessarily on the scoreboard, is being able to take a little more advantage of Serena's second serve in the latter half of that first set and the beginning of the second.
Let for service.
Serena winning 86% of the points on her first serve so far in the match. Foot fault called. So a double. Something that Serena has not done much at all in this tournament. Very, very rare.
Serena gets such good disguise on her serve. She can hit to either spots. The same look. Venus having trouble reading it.
Again, Serena Williams.
A very quick service hold for Serena and a 3-1 lead in this second set. USOpen.org, your online home to watch or listen to matches in real time. Follow match scores with near live highlights. Dig deeper into the key stats and more. Visit the official tournament site at USOpen.org. So Venus to serve here. needing to hold and try and create some opportunities.
Love 15.
It's been a struggle for Venus. Really picked the ball up early enough to really get a jump on some of these shots, and Serena just hitting such beautiful control.
Love 30.
You almost get the sense at times that Venus is sort of serving and waiting to see instead of serving to really dictate. Serving with more purpose. That was better, but Serena again with all the answers.
And real jeopardy now for Venus, with Serena having 3 break points.
Again, Serena Williams.
Right down the line, 4 games to 1. Serena
Williams
second
leads
set
4 games
going
to 1.
by
Second
much
set.
more quickly than
1 set to
Venus
1.
or probably a lot of these fans would like. I don't think there is a better phrase than the one you used just a little bit ago. Serena has all the answers right now. She's asking all the questions too.
She is, and she has come out so clear, such clarity about what she wants to do. There's no hesitation. She is executing well. Very few unforced errors, even less in this set thus far. And it's just not a lot of places that Venus can go to. I do think Venus hasn't really attacked as much as she could have. She can do a whole lot more of that, and this is the time for it. It's now or never.
About an hour of play in this match. Serena Williams 6-1 and with a 4-1 lead in this second set, serving here to try and close closer to the finish line.
Love 15.
That's a nice point from Venus, and that shot, had Serena been able to catch up to it, that's where Venus should have been moving forward and coming in. That's the type of point she's got to try to create and recreate this stage.
Let first service. Let first service. 15-all.
She's had great success with that serve tonight. She's had great success with everything tonight.
Just about every area.
30-15.
Venus is very rarely seeing the same serve 2 times in a row.
Good job mixing it up, keeping her off balance.
40-15.
And you can't hit a serve better than that. Look at the way Serena's playing. There's not a whole lot that Venus can do. But what we've seen so far is that if she stays on the baseline with Serena constantly, it's going to be more of the same. So at that point, you have to look to change up.
You know, like they've said before, that she's looking across the net at someone whose game she knows so well, who knows her game so well, who is one of the best ever, if not the best ever.
Yes.
One of, if not the best ever, playing at a pretty high level in this match. Venus able to fight back and get it even. Try and create an opportunity for herself. Serena's only given her 1 break point opportunity in the match so far.
There's just so little you can do about that. I mean, unless you know where that serve is coming and you can get on it just a little quicker, there's no way to defend that kind of an angle.
Is there anybody whose serve toss is harder to read than Serena?
Game, Serena Williams.
Technically, she has one of the soundest serves that
leads 5 games
you've
to
ever
1.
seen in the
Set.
game. And she's serving this way. And she can actually serve better. She can serve a little higher percentage of her serves. But when she's serving this way, this effectively, not a lot of places you can go to. But you have to take care of your own serve. That's the first order of business.
Now these folks at Arthur Ashe Stadium trying to give Venus a little encouragement because they want to see the match continue. Venus serving here at 1-5.
15-9. And the
draw came out, and we saw the potential of this 3rd round matchup. And so much anticipation. Then 2 days ago, when it actually became a reality, the anticipation cranked even higher. Waiting to see how these two would go at it tonight. And it has been a little bit more of a lopsided scoreboard than anybody thought.
13-15.
A lot of that had to do with the way Serena started from the first point, and she has never let up. It's been an impressive display from Serena.
So after getting a couple of quick points, she's let Serena back into this game, and now there's pressure on Venus again.
Yeah, she's feeling the need to overplay here, and she is up against it right now. Venus is.
Look at that. Putting 78% of Venus's first serves back in play.
happened plenty of times where Venus has hit the same ball to Serena 2-3 times, and Serena immediately moving that ball, changing direction, unafraid, going over the high part of the net there.
Advantage, Venus Williams.
One of the few things tonight that hasn't gone Serena's way.
She's still been very successful moving forward over the course of the match, winning over 60% net points.
Deuce. Advantage, Venus Williams.
Again, fastest, equaling the fastest serve of the night for Venus at 117 miles per hour.
And a hold.
Game, Venus Williams.
But after the changeover, Serena Williams will serve for the match.
2. Second set, 1 set to love.
When you think back on this match and how we've gotten to 6-1, 5-2 in an hour and 7 minutes, is the story Venus didn't play her best tennis? Is the story Serena was out of this world, or a little bit of both?
Maybe a little bit of both, but I certainly think it's more Serena playing at a very high level. We're seeing Serena serving at a high level, winning a high percentage of points on first serve because of how she's moving her serve around the box. Her fastest is 119 miles per hour, faster than Venus. Venus usually serving faster than Serena. And then from the ground, Serena has been so confident, no hesitation, hitting through her lanes, giving herself margin. She's come in more than Venus. That shouldn't be the case, but it's Serena who's just a little more relaxed, a little clearer about the game plan and the strategy to be successful out there.
The winner of the first set has won all but 4 of the 29 prior encounters between Serena and Venus Williams. Serena won the first set 6-1. She serves for the match at 5-2. Think back to the very early moments of this match in just the second game. Serena ahead 40-15 in that game with Venus serving. Serena turns an ankle. Venus comes back to win that service game. We wondered what we might see after Serena called for the trainer at the end of third game changeover. Medical timeout taken. Came right back out from that game to break Venus's serve at that 2-1. Go ahead 3-1, consolidate for 4-1, broke again for 5-1, and wrapped up that first set very quickly. Now here in the second set, broke Venus's serve in the opening game of the set. Pulled away and stretched out a lead. And she's now trying to use to conclude this match in very efficient fashion.
But 30-all.
Second double fault of the match for Serena, both coming in this set. 30-all. Ninth ace of the match brings up match point for Serena Williams.
Let for service. This
so everybody feels that tension. It's time to close out a match, even Serena Williams.
advantage. Serena
She's
Williams.
not able to even make a move on that serve.
Serena versus Venus, Chapter 30, goes to little sister Serena Williams in straight sets.